Good tea time, my sweet strangers. It's only a week till Christmas and I still didn't bake anything. If you are in a time spell like me, here is one simple last-minute holiday cookie recipe. This recipe has been in our family forever, and I will show you 3 different looks. I'm using the weight measures because the nuances of the cups are too big for getting this recipe right. Start by measuring 10.6 ounces of all-purpose flour. It's always a good idea to sift your flour to air it and get rid of any lumps. You can find all the ingredients and types of measures in the description box below. Next, measure 2.8 ounces of granulated or even better confectioner's sugar. Add it to your flour together with a half package of vanilla sugar. Or add a 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract later. Now measure 7 ounces, which is about 14 tablespoons of real unsalted butter. Seriously, no substitutes. That is what makes the cookie so tender and melt in your mouth. Cut your softened butter into smaller pieces and turn on your blender at a slow speed. Separate 2 egg yolks any way you can and add to your mixture. Now, you can also add that teaspoon of vanilla extract if you didn't use the flavored sugar, and also you can add a pinch of fresh ground bio-lemon peel for the fragrance. When the dough starts getting too thick, don't forget to change the blender attachment. Transfer your dough on a floured pastry board and knead well until smooth. Form a ball, place it on a little plate, and then cover it with a plastic wrap. It's best to leave it in the fridge overnight, but if you don't have the time luxury, just continue straight on. Next day, pull the dough out of the fridge ahead, so it has time to soften up to room temperature. Choose 3 shapes of cookie cutters. They should be about 1.5 inch big. And some center hole punches. Lightly flour your pastry board, knead your dough to make it smooth again, and cut it in half. Roll half of it to a 1/8 of an inch thick sheet. Cut out some pretty even shapes with your first cookie cutter. Make sure they are not too big so they are appealing to eat. Place them evenly on a lined baking sheet. Put in a preheated oven at 320 Fahrenheit for about 9 to 10 minutes. Meantime, chop some nuts. I like almonds and walnuts. And don't forget to check your cookies. It takes only minutes to burn them. Watch closely and take out once the edges start turning pink. They will darken slightly more while cooling down. And now cut out an equal amount of the same shapes. Only this time cut out a little hole in the middle. These will go at the top. Whisk an egg to lightly brush the top of the cookies with it. If you don't want to waste the whole egg, you can use the egg white left from when making the dough. Sprinkle with a pinch of finely chopped nuts of your choice. Put in the oven. If you found out your first batch came out a little darker, shorten the time minute or two so your top halves are light gold. Not white, please. White Linzers are not appealing and look like they haven't been baked properly. Plus they lack tender crispness and can even taste like flour. Not good. We are still baking, so cut out some different shapes from your dough for variety. To get an even number of bottoms and tops, alternate them on your baking sheet. When all the cookies cooled down, I'm taking red currant and black currant jams. Those are the best for this type of cookie. They have just the right piquant flavor to complement the sweet cookie flavor. But if you can't find those, you can use raspberry or some other jam. Just don't pick one that's bland and only sweet. Now put a small amount of jam on the bottom half and gently join with the corresponding top half. If you put too much jam, it will squish out and not be very nice. Use different jams for the other kinds. These I will just dust with the powdered sugar. The last ones will have to sit for an hour or so until the jam thickens and they are not falling apart when we dip them in the chocolate. To melt the chocolate, heat the water in a pot, but don't boil. Put chocolate or chocolate chips in a melting bowl. Slowly melt. I like to add some cocoa butter so the chocolate is not so crunchy when cooled down. Dip part of the last cookies in your chocolate. Place on baking paper to cool down. Here they are, our nut-sprinkled flowers, sugar-dusted snowflakes, and chocolate-dipped stars.